How's it going? Back at it again. And we're gonna get it started here again. Back to year 11, not 12. Figured out I made that mistake days ago and a little bit too ahead of myself. But as you can see, we're 20 and 14, half a game up on Cleveland, and not too far ahead of the other teams. So definitely gonna have to be careful. We know that Cleveland was a playoff team a year ago, and they could obviously figure it out at some point. But the game doesn't really think highly of a lot of these teams. You know, the Twins obviously a very above average team, but obviously Cleveland has their contact that they're very good at. And I have faith in the Cleveland pitching staff. I think they were an interesting bunch. You know, obviously with Ford and Nobus, Vizcaino and Pedroza. I mean, they've got some guys. And of course, they got plenty more down in younger levels. But let's not worry about Cleveland too much. I went over to scouting. I added Ramon Chang. And then I kept it on international. And then I wanted to discover catcher in the West. That's what I went with for week 5. You know, I'm not off to the best start with my scouting. But at least I have a player that I like as a player to add to the team. I'm not really trying to add a lot. I know that Montoya is probably on his way out, and he'll probably be a guy that we need to replace. And Nigel Tremaine is very intriguing with the overall and the potential, and I'm very, very intrigued with his skills, with speed and power. Kind of reminds me of Bobby Witt. The discipline obviously not the best, but he's not a super high rated player. I want to get him though. I feel like he is definitely a first round pick for us if he falls to us. We know a lot of players that we've wanted, no matter what range they are, they don't seem to come our way. But he's definitely in the mix. I'd like to look at Ramon Chang because he has a tremendous skill set and he also is near our draft range and you know he could be good and it's worth knowing just in case. So we'll see how he fares and what happens next. Getting back to what matters, we got a series here against the Texas Rangers and let's try to win it. And who should we use? Now Roshi Fong's playing good and I have Joel up here, so these guys are flip-flopping too much for me. 11 home runs for Donaldson already. I'd love to use him, but I want to get somebody different. Who have we kind of just been avoiding so far? I feel like we've used everybody. I've used Rodriguez. I didn't do too well with him. I guess we'll use Mark Carrara to start. I didn't play yesterday. It was way too hot. This heat wave it's the 24th of June. And in New York, it was 95 degrees today with the humidity. Just not a fan of that kind of weather. And I didn't do a lot today. I was trying to play earlier, not this game, but just a different game, and it was so freaking hot that I just took a nap. So, it's just not my kind of weather. Hopefully we get out of New York one of these days and move to a state with drier heat. Then maybe I can kind of enjoy summer a little bit more than I usually do. I mean, I've enjoyed it so far, but once it gets to 90 degrees, it's just a whole nother level of hot for up here that I'm just not used to. You know, I'm used to winters up here getting to negative 20 sometimes, even negative 30 wind chill. But yeah, the summer always is never too fun.
Batting seven, the third baseman, Mark Carrara.
But back to Kansas City. Here's Mark Carrara against Villa. Texas up 3-0. And man, he gave Carrara a pitch right off the bat. Fouled it away. And a great slider. I gotta probably put my bat on my shoulder on that one. And a good outside pitch. Those are the pitches I don't hit well with some players. I think I'm a little bit better with the inside pitches this year than I was a year ago. And the outside pitches are not very well. Here's former Royal Verdugo, and Carrara will get him out to end the third. Got Verdugo by a step. Now 1 on, 2 out. Quick pitches him low, and then there's Carrara's #1 fan in the crowd. Just your average looking dad. And Villa has got 2 fastballs, a sinker, a slider, and a change, so just expect it to be basically anywhere in the square. And probably not over the middle much. Probably going to try to hit the edges with that kind of velocity that he has. So. Don't think this is a game I want to swing too much, especially early in the count. Good changeup, fooled me.
2-2.
Weakly hit in the air, and 2 strikes had to go there. Pete Washington on the mound still, and weakly hit by Foscue. And Carrara, you know, I feel like he's got Gold Glove capabilities at third base. Just kind of waiting for it to become in fruition. And Juan Castro has tied the game. Now it's Mark Carrara. I believe Castro is on second base. And he is, so a big chance here for Mark Carrara. Goes after the first pitch he sees, and he pops it up high to center. And that will not be good enough. Bernardo Rodriguez brings home a run, but Justin Foscue changes it up. Sean Reynolds in the 8th inning, a fastball and a slider. And Carrara hammers it, but he hits it foul. Unbelievable. Weakly hit in the air now. Just not his game. Ross Collins up to swing now against Charles Lewis, the former Texas Ranger. Can't even remember who we traded for Charles Lewis at this point. But a pretty good trade, to say the least. Nixon Lane gets player of the game. And that's good to see. Bobby Wood a 3-for-5 game. Joel Fong gets 2 hits. And we win a series. Already played against Milwaukee once this year. Where was it? Was it in spring training? Might have been. I know Milwaukee has a pretty good pitching staff, one of the better rotations in baseball, and why not get some swings in against them? And we're going to use Bernardo Rodriguez. Go switch hitters for the first couple ones. Jordan Alvarez still hitting at an elite level even at the lower overall. Man, I wish we could have brought Alvarez back that year. I feel like we really needed him. But we did go in a different direction that kind of worked out for us. But the year we had Jordan was one of the more funner players I've ever used. And if I could ever find another player that's like Alvarez, I would be happy, man, because he could crush the fastball every time, and he was just so good. Anything in the zone, he would hit it, and very hard. Here's Miguel Lopez still trying to pick up his first win of the year after a year that he had multiple, and here's Mark Carrara getting a triple. Of course, when we don't use him, wow, 101. He can get up to 98 with a two-seamer. Scott James is very interesting. Weekly hit in the air, and this has been the theme. And caught. They got Jordan playing left field. We better take advantage of that. Spencer Torkelson and Clark make it 3-1. And Scotty James pitching good. Flops it into right field. Oh, it's left field. And Jordan there again. Wade and Donaldson tied a game. And Rodriguez with Lewis pitching. Rodriguez. You know, he doesn't do that well. Runners can steal on Rodriguez. And it's just not what we want to see, obviously. This one hit in the air to Bernardo. And making the catch. Elmore Carros. Broken bat, and can Rodriguez make it there? And not even close. Wade and Donaldson make it 6-3 now, and they've been our offense. Fritz Armstrong now pitching. I'm not going to get one here either.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder, Todd Clark.
And this should do it. Making the catch and getting the win.
Final line score tonight. First for the victory.
Bobby Witt gets the player of the game. And we don't do anything for the second game in a row, so not a good start. I think we'll hop down into the AAA. We're 27-6 right now in the AAA. Unbelievable. Tommy Key, the pitcher. Benny Fujita with 40 RBI. Let's get a game in with Chad Bennett. See what we can do. Garrett Reed is on the Jumbo Shrimp. This is the Miami Marlins team, so he's hitting down in AAA. He's hitting good, 270. Had to move on from him, obviously. He wasn't going to make the team or be on the bench. I just wasn't a fan of his swing. He just didn't have the power to back it up, and it wasn't good enough for me, obviously, so he decided to move on from that.
And now, your Omaha.
Here's Chad Bennett against Tommy Key now. Right to the third baseman and a quick out.
Now batting, shortstop, Chad Bennett.
Michael Sanchez gets an RBI, which we probably haven't said much this year.
Hey! No ball, one strike.
Just not swinging the bat well at all this episode. I haven't even got a hit this far into the game. Strike two, up and in. Struck him out with a curveball, and down goes Bennett.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Dave Oliver.
And it turns it to Sanchez, and that will do it for the fourth.
Hey, need you right here, need you.
Bennett. And he's going to get robbed of a base hit. The second baseman makes a great play.
Catcher, Thru, McGraw.
Here's McGraw. Espinosa on the mound pitching. Behind the back throw from Sanchez, and Bennett will get the out.
Now batting, left field.
Chad Bennett going against Key for the fourth time. Up in the air. Back to the wall and gone. Chad Bennett with a home run after we didn't do anything to start it off, but it only goes 369. It hits off the wall. I knew we kind of had it when the left fielder just kind of gave up on it, but Bennett didn't seem to think he had it. But Chad Bennett puts it up and gets the home run. Guess we can't complain much.
Now batting, designated hitter, Geraldo.
At least we finally did something. Maybe that will get us going. Serna gets the player of the game as he gets 3 RBIs and he scores 2 runs. So a very good game for them. Gonna move on here, and I Nixon Lane, he's got a 13-game hitting streak, but he's facing a lefty, so we're allow it to end, I guess. See if Lane got a hit. He did not. And here's a chance now. And the Brewers come back and win that game as well, so we are tied with the Cleveland Guardians for first place. And now we get a series against the Angels with Kevin Hiyashi and Fernando Almanzar on the mound. And I think why not get a game in with Fernando? I don't think we used Fernando yet this year, have we? Maybe we have. I think we used him, but it wasn't like his start. He didn't start for us. So let's get a start in with Fernando. We're not hitting well, so why not get some pitching in here? Jazz Chisholm Jr. is an Angel, so gonna have to be careful with him. They've got an interesting team, but it doesn't seem to be quite working the way they want yet. But Kevin Hiyashi has been very good, and we'll have to try to outdo him with Fernando. And with Montoya's contract running out and his demand being so high, it makes me wonder what Almanzar is going to want. But I think I'm willing to move to keep Almanzar. If I have to pick him over Montoya, I probably would, because I value him more because of the way he pitches. You know, I think he's more reliable, and it's harder to replace what he does compared to what Montoya can do.
And leading up for the Angels, the shortstop, Daniel De Jesus.
Almanzar gonna pop up the first batter.
Batting second.
Just got a nice fastball, you know, it's an electric fastball. Dominic Fletcher, a very good hitter.
2-0. Ball inside.
And Fletcher just sitting there waiting. Almanzar obviously
Ball 4, pitches down.
wasn't quite ready, and he gives him a walk, and I don't think this is the guy you want to walk. Here's Brandon Marsh now.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Marsh got a pitch to hit.
That's ball 2.
And they say he checked
2
it.
balls, 1 strike.
Good swing on it, but Joel Fong out there making the catch.
Hey, 2 away now.
One of the more impressive players in the franchise is Spencer Steer. He's had a very good career.
Nope. Ball 1.
On the ground, flipping it, and Witt will end the inning.
And leading up for the Angels, the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Hey!
And Chisholm chases the cutter.
Nope.
Chisholm, one of the biggest reasons why we did so well in the playoffs. He had very clutch timing with his hitting. I would have loved to bring him back, but his age and his regression,
1 ball.
it just felt like it was the right time to go with Fuentes and Chris Feliz in that spot.
2-2 the count.
But I loved the year that we had with Jazz Chisholm. He was a fun player, and you know, maybe on MLB 26 I'll try to get him again.
He's out.
Because I love his swing. I love lefty hitters. And one of the better players I've used.
Hey. No ball, 2 strikes.
And Almanzar doing well to start this inning. And he chases high out of the zone. Matt Mervis goes down swinging. And here's Edgar Caro. Base hit, and the first hit of the game goes to Caro.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah.
Geraldo just stares at another weakly hit in the air, and Joel Fong will end the second inning. Now it's Connor Norby. Good slide, good curveball in the zone. Weakly hit, and Bobby Witt will take him out.
Oh and 1.
Now Almanzar seems to be figuring it out.
Hey.
Starting to get into a good rhythm, and a great curveball there.
3.
And he struck him out with the slider. And that's the thing that really was the reason I liked him over Theo Ware. Because he had a very good fastball that could almost hit 100. But he also had a slider that could go to 90.
Nope. Counts 1-0.
You know, that wipeout slider I thought was going to be electric. But it hasn't been as good as I thought it was going to be. But I think he's just getting started, really. I think he'll still have some great years left. That's why I think re-signing Almanzar is definitely something I want to do.
0-1's the count. Hey.
Big curveball, and Marsh
Ball,
couldn't
2 strikes.
believe he got fooled that much.
3.
And they got him with it again. You know, the curveball has really became his best strikeout pitch, I think, out of most of them. You know, hitters kind of get used to his fastball. The cutter is good, but I kind of like to use it to set up the strikeout more than that be it. But the curveball is a lot better than I thought it would be. You know, it's actually
2 strikes.
pretty good. This one is deposited into right field, and Steer is on. And now it's Chisholm.
Hey. Ball, that's inside.
Chisholm waits, 99 on that cutter.
Hey.
Big hack and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's outside.
Tried the backdoor cutter, but not going to be able to there. And this one hammered to Donaldson, but Donaldson gloves it and pulled off the bag from the throw.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman, Matt.
Now it's Mervis.
Ball 1.
Spits on the curve there.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that one is caught by Castro to end it. Edgar Caro, he got a hit off of Almanzar earlier, and he takes strike 1. Big swing and a miss from
Ball 2 is
Caro.
the count. No, inside.
Out of the way. And Caro goes down swinging. Here's Miguel Gerardo.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Out that one away.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Just missed. And that one fell. Donaldson on the ground.
Out.
Touching the bag and 1 out away from ending the inning. Here's Norby. This one is a fair ball and Norby gets on.
Here we go. Pick it up.
A 9-hitter making it on.
Ball. Counts 1-0. Aye. 1-1. Aye. 2.
Big swing and a miss from the
1
Zeus.
ball, 2 strikes. 3.
And he struck him out with a slider to get through the 5th inning.
No outs here.
Now the heat of the order.
Ball 1. Hey! I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Aye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
And he struck him out with a cutter.
One out.
Aye.
And Marsh continues to
0-1.
swing after this curveball. And he got a pitch to hit. This one carrying to the wall. Castro. He caught it at the wall.
The batter, number 7.
And now Manzar got away with one there.
Spencer Steer.
Nope.
I just don't think I want to throw Marsh another fastball anytime soon. There's Spencer Steer. He drilled one, but he fouled it.
That's ball 2.
Now Manzar having a tougher
2
time
balls,
finding
1
the
strike.
zone.
Ball, that's inside.
And Steer might get a pitch to hit here. And he does. Base hit.
Two down.
Hammered but fouled. This one fouled the opposite field. Chisholm not trying to give up yet.
3.
Now Manzar puts it in the zone and strikes him out. And no runs being scored by either team so far. Marsh came close. And now it's Matt Mervis. The Nationals have won 10 straight games, man. And now you have Wyatt Langford. Maybe a team that you have to worry about in the playoffs if we can even make it. But there's the 9th strikeout for Fernando Almanzar. A great start. And no run support.
0-1's the count.
And he put it there again and said, hit it.
Ball, that's low.
Carroll is not going to offer. Almanzar struck him out with the cutter for number 10.
Now batting, third baseman,
Miguel Geraldo.
Giraldo.
Weakly hit in the air. That'll end the 7th inning. No runs scored yet, and now it's Norby. The fastball has lost plenty of velocity. It's only 93 now. 88 pitches though for Almanzar, a lot more than usual.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
That's really the weakness of Almanzar's game, is obviously his pitch clutch and his stamina. But we've done so well with the bullpen that I don't mind if people have not great stamina. I mean, he provides 99-mile-per-hour fastballs and cutters, so if he doesn't have the best stamina, so be it.
1-0. Nope, outside.
And a Zeus Hiroshi Fong will scoop.
The right fielder, number 8, Dominic.
This should be Almanzar's final batter. Not battle. Plenty of more battles in this tank, but batters, not so much. Fouled away. His best pitch today has been the cutter, and that one fouled. Fouled that one away. Pitch number 100 on the way. And he struck him out with a curveball. 8 shutout innings for Fernando.
Now pitching for Kansas City.
And then will come Tom Wetzel. It doesn't look like we put a run on the board. A moment here in the top of the 14th with 2 outs. It's Bobby Witt Jr. and Steven Batista. This one weakly hit in the air and the fans cheering as Witt chased on a ball way out of the zone and hit into an out. Now Cabrera in the pitch against Spencer Steer. Hammered up in the air to Joel Fong. The runner will easily make it to third as Fong misfroze it. And no, the runner stays at home at second.
Number 2.
So the runner does not get advanced, but this is Jazz Chisholm Jr.
0-1. That's a ball.
Don't feel comfortable pitching to Chisholm right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2.
Chisholm takes. Weakly hit on the ground to Fuentes.
He's out.
And that will end the 14th. See if we can get a run here against Batista.
Aye.
Not gonna do it there.
0-1's the
What are we
count.
doing? Don't even have our closer ready, man. Must have blown another save. He did.
Ball, 2 strikes.
And Batista puts him down.
The right fielder, number
It's
48,
Juan Castro.
Juan Castro.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Batista is a starter, very low stamina. Castro. That was probably the best pitch you'll see.
Two, the count.
Dumped, and it's caught by shortstop. Nervous.
Up next to the Royals.
And now it's Mark Carrara, who's 0 for 5.
Carrara.
I think if you give him those same fastballs you were giving Castro, though, we could easily get the run. And he got a changeup, even better, but we did not time it. So here we are, 0-2. And Carrara! Center field home run in the 15th inning. And Gerald Donaldson's impressed. That's his 6th of the season, and it goes 438 off of Batista. You can't give him pitches that he can hammer. You gotta pitch him on the edge. He's pumped, as he should be. Missed a changeup that was very hittable, but then he goes back to the two-seamer that got Castro. And Castro is not, and Carrara is not Castro. He is a power-first player, and he absolutely annihilates this one. That one in the lower part. Basically, the pitch that he was swinging at on the changeup, he got again, and he was ready. Taroshi Fong now, and obviously swinging at that stupid pitch. Weakly hit on the ground, and second baseman will make the play. And that was Connor Norby. We're going to go with Odell to get the save here.
Now pitching for the Royals, number 21, Newton.
Big fan of Newton Odell. We made him a first-round pick for a reason. He kind of, you know,
1-1.
I like the pitches he has, and
Ball 2.
it was just an easy selection that year. He was the guy that we needed. And I'm glad he's here and contributing. We called him up early, and he's pitched very well. I mean, we might look to extend him. You know, relievers are tough guys to extend because it's kind of more of a year-to-year kind of thing. They do get expensive though, but you know, I think if one was to earn an extension, it would probably be Newton Odell on a good year.
Ball 3.
This is not a good session here, though. We gotta get strikes on Carroll. He doesn't have power. We walk him, and that's the tying run. They don't pinch hit or pitch run for him, though, and Miguel Geraldo. Come on, dude. That's the thing about Odell is he's kind of got that Ben Joyce syndrome where you just can't find the zone sometimes. And it can be frustrating. And he hung a slider, but got away with it. Another hanging slider.
Hey! 0-2.
And this is Hiroshi Fong, who helps us get the win. So we escape with the win. As Almanzar pitched 8 shutout innings, but it went to the 15th inning. Almanzar the player of the game. Diego Cabrera gets the win. Just not a lot of hits for both teams. 8 for us, 7 for them. Not a game you want to watch on TV, perhaps. And why not enter this game with Fuentes here and see if we can do something with the bases loaded. You know, our hitting stats are not looking impressive as power, but
Now batting, second baseman.
the pitching's looking good.
Diego.
So we'll see how this year will go. Fuentes against Mosley with the bases loaded in the 7th. Mosley's got a cutter, a curve, and a change with the slider. Everything he's got has got break, and this one is a good break for us. We pull him off the bag and get the run.
Center fielder, number 28. Jim.
And that is a complete bailout. And this is not who a pitcher wants to see here. This is Hell's Wells. And they're going to intentionally walk Wells, even though he's hitting 138 on the season.
The third baseman.
And they want to get to the rookie Chris Feliz. And this one's hammered, and this is going to be more runs. This could clear the bases. And they're sending home Wells, and the throw is going to get him. Wells is tagged out. It was a dangerous send, but I was willing to do it. Intentionally walking Tim Wells is pretty crazy with him batting 130. But take me out to the ball game starts, and we return to simulating. We do get the win, and Diego Fuentes actually hits a grand slam later on in the game.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 9 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 13 runners on base. For the Angels, 1 run on 6 hits. 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base.
Unfortunately, we don't get to watch all those plays. So Fuentes did hit a grand slam, and he has 5 RBIs with the RBI error. We do not win that game, and that's the game I wanted to actually use because Kevin Rossardo was 0-3, and I wanted to see if I could do well. But obviously we don't win that game. Tied with the Guardians still, and let's look at scouting. Ramon Chang, he still looks pretty good. It'll be interesting. We'll finish him off this week, and doesn't look like we discovered anybody. Don't know if I want to waste another week of that then. Oh wow, Juan Pachencho. Looks pretty impressive. I think we should add Juan to the board. Check out these international pitchers now. It's Jerome Buckner, man. He looks very good, but only a free pitch mix. I think we might have to take another look at James Finnegan when we do get a chance again now. Trey Ramos looks pretty solid, man, especially as a 23-year-old. He's got a pathway to develop and play. Yeah, Chris Gonzalez, I think, was the guy I was looking at. I think we'll continue what we had on here then. Finish that off with Chang and see what we got there. Let's finish the series against the Angels, and why not get a close with Walter Watanabe? Probably one of my favorite draft picks, probably. And you know, he's kind of still figuring it out when it comes to being a good closer. You know, he's blown saves. He just blew a save not too long ago. And he's blown 3 already this year. So, you know, we just hope and pray that he really just puts it all together. And again, I'm apparently not in the controller I want to be. There's Matt Mervis. Don't want to hang that one. Let's go Angels chant. And Matt Mervis just made him blow the 4th save of the year. And at this point, let's just quick manage, because... Wow. Let's get in here with Diego Fuentes, and it looks like we're facing a lefty here. We could bring in Chris Feliz. And I think I feel a bit more comfortable doing that. And why not? Let's bring in Chris Feliz.
Number 15, Chris Feliz.
And Feliz! Are you kidding me? He just fouled it away. Oh my goodness, that would have been just amazing. Oh man, that sucks. And he struck him out with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. And of course he's frustrated, as anyone should be in that moment. But now it's Gerald Donaldson, and who better than Gerald Donaldson, right? It's Mother's Day, for Christ's sake. Let's go, guys. Your moms are watching. Base hit for Donaldson. Your pinch run for Donaldson here. If we do that, then we can play Curtis at first. And it's a risk, but I think maybe we should take that risk. With Chet Harding's speed. If not now, then when, you know, and let's do it. Let's bring in Chet Harding.
Chet Harding.
Oh my god, I brought Chet Harding in the pinch hit. I'm freaking stupid, man. Well, I just screwed ourselves here. I don't think we have a backup shortstop, man. I don't think any of these guys can play short, dude. What the heck was I thinking, man? Oh my goodness, what a monumental error, man. Wow. Well, we're probably not going to win this game now. Harding hits into a double play. And God, man, that one. What a mess up.
Now playing second base, number 15, Chris Bully.
Well,
now at shortstop, number 86.
just gonna have to make do with it.
3. Ball 4. Take your base.
Now pitching for Kansas City, number
And the
72.
Angels win. Dang, man. Not only did we take Bobby Witt Jr. out, who was a very good against lefties, we don't pinch run.
Our final line score this is
Wow, what a screw up, man. You just can't make mistakes like that and win, and that's on me. We split the series with the Angels after we blew a save of Watanabe. Wow, just very depressing to say the least. That is a sad way to lose. We do win that game at least, and I'm just sitting here shaking my head at the mistake that I just made. That was awful. I want to see what Nixon Lane is training on. It's in the weight room, just not getting that weight up, I guess. We fell out of first place with that loss too, so we're in deep shiitake right now. Now this bottom 4 or 5 in the order has just been atrocious to say the least. We're gonna get a game in with Nixon Lane, and he's probably got the best streak right now in the game right now. He's been playing well. See, Bobby Witt's up to 285 as well, so we're seeing a lot of good baseball from some of these guys. Michael Layton's only hitting 263, which is very shocking for his standard. He is so good at playing baseball. Here's Simeon Woods Richardson now, and he goes against Nixon Lane. Wow, and Richardson, he's got a very slow windup. It threw me off the first time for sure. I think I'm a bit more ready for it, but he's throwing off speed, so that's not helping. Struck me out with an off speed, and that air horn is atrocious. Julio Rodriguez hits a homer. Nixon Lane up in the air and caught by the shortstop. And Fong hits the home run to tie. Lane again up in the air and backpedaling and catching it. Prolander Barrera now up to pitch. And maybe we'll have a chance against him.
That's the ball.
Oh.
1-0.
And again, weekly hit in the air. Every hit has been the same so far. It's just not going anywhere. We do get the win. As Joel Fong goes 4 for 4, hits a triple and an RBI, and he was a double short of the cycle. What a game for him. He put the team on his back. He even out-hit the Seattle Mariners. And he drives in both the runs. What a game for him. We do beat them 5-1, so we do sweep a series when we most needed to, and we're tied again with the Guardians. But now we get to play the Oakland Athletics, one of the better pitching teams in baseball. And Charlie Webb is the pitcher today, and Miguel Lopez is on the mound. Webb stole the Cy Young from him a year ago, and he's 3-6 on the season this year so far, but Miguel Lopez is 0-2. So can't really think about much about both of those years for them. Let's get a game in with Diego Fuentes, I guess. The only switch hitter we haven't used yet. I guess we haven't used Castro either, but Castro's in one of his worst slumps I've ever seen him in. He is barely hitting above the Mendoza line, and Gilberto Ramirez is probably sitting in AAA licking his chops because he knows that's his spot if he continues to struggle. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on Ramirez yet because I'd like him to have a rookie season where he can win Rookie of the Year. So maybe a trade is in the order. Who knows with Castro at this point. I would like him to figure it out. But will we? We don't know.
No, that's a ball.
Here's Webb.
1 ball, no strike.
First in the West this year are the Oakland Athletics. This one hit well, but to first. And he will be out.
Leading off for the Athletics.
Here's Joe Adell.
Left fielder, number 7, Joe Adell.
Hey, place the one. Here we go.
This one's going to be hit to Fuentes. And he definitely still has to work on this defense, man. That is really his biggest weakness. Juan Castro hits the first run of the game. And here's a base hit for Diego Fuentes. He is very good at getting on base when I use him, at least. What's his on base at? His on base is 309, so yeah, it does need some work.
Now batting, second baseman, Diego Fuentes.
It seems like whoever we lead off with, they just don't do what we need them to do when it comes to getting on base. But with Fuentes, his excuse is a rookie.
1-1.
So I can excuse a rookie over someone that I expect more from. Let me just take a moment and say this guy looks amazing. I'm a fan of this guy right now.
Ball inside.
I wanted to swing there. I'm glad I checked it though. Gotta pitch the hit and missed it. Struck us out, up and in. Good pitching from Webb. Derek Carr, not the quarterback, is up the pitch. Fastball changeup and a splitter. Whoa, I do not like facing these wild wind-up guys, and he is one of them. His fastball moves all over the place. That one is a splitter that goes 90. It's not even much different from his fastball that we just seen. And Fuentes hammers this one deep to right field. Good. No, it stays in the park. I thought he hit a home run. I thought he hammered this one to the shallowest part in the park, but it bounced off the bullpen wall. It's 4-2, and Walter Watanabe trying to get the save here. Cole Young up to hit for the Athletics.
He's out.
1 out away from getting the save, and we do. Miguel Lopez wins the player of the game, and he only gives up 2 hits and a walk. He outpitched Charlie Webb, who gets the L, but Webb went 7 innings and only 5 hits with 9 strikeouts. Both of them with impressive stat lines, and they're both some of the best pitchers in baseball. And the Athletics take the second game. And back to scouting. As we see Chang finishes at number 25 now. Low injury risk. He's got pretty good starting overall, but he could potentially be a bust. But with that discipline and speed, I like to think that he is kind of what... I think he's a good player. I just don't know if I would take him over the second baseman. We'll keep Juan Pachenko on the board and finish him off. I'd love to draft a catcher, but none of these catchers have really popped out, and it just seems like every year I go through this where I just can't really find the guy I want. I mean, to be fair, Peter Finner, he looks pretty solid, but I don't know, man. I'm not all in on him. I wish Christopher Broadway was as good as he looks, but I'm not sold on him either. I mean, there is a Miguel Encarnacion. He's very intriguing to me with the starting age and overall, but you know, this is a very good shortstop draft. Maybe we should have a look. I don't think Ray Castro is good. I think I remember him from a before draft. But Rafael Moreno, I mean, he's intriguing. You know, even a Chuck MacArthur is kind of interesting. Or even a Thomas Patterson later in the draft. Might be someone that we want to look into. Let's look at the starting pitchers, and they're still not done scouting. So we might switch Ramos off of here and have her look at some East pitchers. .97 efficiency. You should be done by now, shouldn't you? Yeah, let's go back and look at some East then. And we'll use Ramos for that. And with Ortiz, it's kind of tough to decide what we should be focusing on. We don't really need outfielders. Infielders are definitely more of a need, but you know, are they going to fall to us in the draft? I just don't see a lot of these guys falling. Ray Castro, we already know, isn't that special. I mean, we could look at third base potentially, but I just don't know if that's really in our best interest right now. Brett Braley? He looks interesting, to say the least. It's kind of hard to decide. I really like Tremaine. He's definitely a favorite, but maybe we add a couple second basemen. I don't know. I mean, catcher is really the spot I want to get, but it's just not looking too promising. Guess maybe a Chase Riley is someone we should take a look at, maybe. You know, the thing about drafting Chase, though, is he's not really that good overall-wise, and that's kind of what I want, is a higher overall catcher with some potential to work with. But for now, we might as well see. It's not really going to be a good year for us scouting. We're kind of limited. And I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. But let's finish the series. Charlie Copeland, he's going to be out for a couple days, so keep him active. We do not beat the Athletics, and they win the series. As Tampa called up. Nope, Elvis Ruiz is still in Double-A, and interesting to say the least. Might as well go up against our friend here in Jackson Joby. And who should we use? Man, Orochi Fong, man, I thought he'd be a slam dunk for the Rookie of the Year, but it seems like it's a bit of a very slow start for him. Let's get a game in with Castro, I guess. Come on, man. How are you guys letting Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a better average than you? He's like in the 70s. You guys should be doing better. Like Tatis, what overall is he right now? He's a 77. I guess I gotta chill out then. I didn't think he was that high, honestly. Here's Dylan Carlson, and this one hit. Late to Castro. And Jackson Joby against Juan Castro. This one hammered, but right to short. Play is made.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And now Francisco Alvarez and Owen Casey make it 3-0. It's Charles McDonough, base hit. And this is going to be a blooper base hit for Castro. And testing the throw, he will make it in there.
Now batting, right fielder, Wong.
And now we have a tied baseball game with Rodriguez tying it. Joby's still pitching.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
This one hit right to Ahmad's in now. And now it's RJ Dabovich on the mound.
That's a ball. Ball one, no strike.
Oh my god, that was such a terrible choice to swing at. Oh, come on, that was the pitch that we wanted though. This is gonna fall, but it will be an error by the shortstop. Chet Harding will come in the run, and Dylan Carlson wins the game with a home run. Dominic Tuttle losing another game. And man, Tuttle, he seems more and more replaceable sometimes with the way he comes out and stinks, but he's actually doing really good when it comes to striking out batters and only a 2.95 ERA, so maybe he's fine. Gotta put Charlie Copeland back in the lineup now. Looks like Jan was taking his spot. But the Cope will get back out there. And he's increasing his contact. Good to see. Sandy, man, 368. And Denson hitting 352. Some good hitting down here. Claudio Ramos, 259. He's improving very well. I'm liking what I see so far. Even Winston Bryan, man, he's having a great month. Up to 272. Gary O'Ka, you know, just doesn't have that swing yet, but looking at AAA Bennett up to 240, 292 for Francis, 246 for Mike. He's dropped down in a cold spell. Fujita, very good. Roberto Ramirez, 313, up to a 73 overall. Andres Vega is the pitcher. He's a lefty, so let's move on. Detroit is up. It's the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, and it's Joel Fong. Why not? We'll try to get a lot more of these games in this year than we have in the years past. You know, I think it's important to take your time and get used to these new guys that we have.
Now batting,
And the
center
newest
fielder,
addition of the team, Joel Fong, has a chance. 0 for 3 on the day, but a chance to win the game here with one big swing. Tying the game helps, but this isn't going to help at all. The throw. And he bobbled the baseball. Unbelievable.
the left fielder, number
And he's
25,
6.
Hiroshi.
Romero can't believe it, and now it's his brother Hiroshi. And he's got to be licking his chops with a matchup like this against Keene. Weekly hit to short, and this has got to be it. And they win the game. Weak contact has been the story of this episode. We have just not hit the baseball well enough. We've gotten pitches to hit, but it just hasn't been good enough, and we got to do better, man. Let's hop down here to AAA and throw Goodwin on the mound, but I want to get a game in with Gilberto Ramirez. Probably the future outfielder of the team that joined the Fong Twins. I just don't know if Juan Castro is going to be able to hold him off as he continues to get better. There's Robert Berg, a player I wanted to draft, but Cleveland took him with the 5th or 6th overall pick the one year. Showing Chad Bennett on the bench, and Columbus will start swings early today on Goodwin. Zavala the pitcher. He's got a fastball, a cutter, and a curve. He starts him off with a curve. Ramirez struck out 2 times a game ago against Andres Vega. MLB caliber pitcher. This one hit in the air.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Richie Pena.
It's 4-0, and Zavala pitching against Ramirez. Hammered base hit for Ramirez. Ramirez, wow, 114 off the bat.
Now batting, number 22.
Up in the air to Ramirez. The throw. And Ramirez gets him out.
The batter,
Michael Sanchez makes it 6-0, and Vanesco now pitching. A fastball, a curve, and a change. And a high fastball to start him off. And wow, what a curve there. That one broke. That one had some serious drop. Chance for Ramirez.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Probably our best hitting prospect right now in our system. And he struck out Ramirez. Obviously not too happy with that one. This one hit high in the air to Ramirez. And gonna test him again on a hop and out. Kenny Fujita makes it 9-3 with a huge homer. It's still only the 5th inning right now. Ramirez leading the team in runs. This one going the opposite way, hanging in the air, but it goes foul. This one hit hard the first, but touching the bag and getting him out. Al Webb is the pitcher.
And rip it.
And a changeup.
Hey, speed up the drive.
This one weakly hit, but it will bloop for a base hit. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, man. And we'll take those. 2 for 5 or 2 for 6.
Our final line score. First, for the
Kenny Fujita is the player of the game. We're definitely going to have to do something with him. Good to see Darrell Goodwin pitching well. And I wanted to get a game in against Bob Thomas. And I'm going to use Bobby Witt Jr. for this one. Freddie Furman is a Detroit Tiger. Wow. Interesting move there. He must be in there to face lefties. I didn't even see he was pitching for us, but I imagine it's Miguel Lopez. And it is. Good move for Detroit. I didn't know that they had Freddie Furman.
Oh, that's out.
I guess maybe I should have looked at the free agents. I wouldn't have been against a reunion with them.
Ball 2.
And we know Bob Thomas all too well. We've had some epic games against him. Up in the air. Diving and missing. Tatis is gonna... I think they're gonna call that an error. An RBI double for a win. We'll take it, I guess. It's a hitter's league at this point. Lincoln Montgomery. And Miguel Lopez with his funky windup. Trying to get his first win, I believe, or maybe he got one now. Don't even know anymore.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Bob Thomas still pitching in the third.
Hey!
Gets a fastball by Witt.
Yeah!
Witt's only been a Gold Glover one time in this series, which is just kind of amazing.
Ball 1.
Weakly hit in the air to second. Lopez still pitching strong in the 5th inning now. Hits it a one-time Gold Glover. And making a more than a one-time Gold Glover play.
Hey, no one better. Let's go, kid.
Bob Thomas, 70 pitches in. Scott Donaldson on first with Witt up to hit. And Witt pops it up again. Being late on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball is just... It's not something I'll ever try to get used to.
Now batting. Catcher.
Now it's Freddie Furman.
Fermin.
Or Fermin, whatever. Just remember all the times where we did not do well in the playoffs with him. Kind of made it easy to move on. Witt makes it look easy right there. Holy cow. Got Fermin out by a mile. Hideki Yamashita now up to pitch. Gonna swing and miss on
1-1's the
Witt.
count.
One now.
Hey.
Wow, I don't know what I'm seeing out here, but it's
No ball, 2
obviously
strikes.
not good right now. Didn't get a pitch to swing at all that at bat, but he swung at all of them. And Witt only gets that fluky RBI double. Miguel Lopez pitches a complete game shutout. And he will get the win. His second win of the season. Winston Bryant will be hurt, but he will be out only for a couple days. Winston Bryant is back. And I want to get a game in with Bryant now. I don't think I've ever used Bryant yet, but he's a speed first outfielder, but he's a left-handed hitter, so we'll see what he can turn out to be. You know, the floor is he'll come and be, a guy that can come in and run at least, if anything. Royce Lewis is playing in Double-A and he's hitting 156, and Devers is down here with him and he's only hitting 228. Jack Steelman, I hope you don't make a mistake, man. Spacing against Devers it's Devers. It's just, I don't know. We'll see though. Will be a great test for Steele. This will be a great test for Bryant now. He's got a throw. I don't think it's going to come anywhere near, and not even. Bryant against McGuire. Or McQuire. I don't even know how to say that name. Macarare. Maybe that was Macarare. I don't know. This one hammered, but foul. Struck him out with a slider. Steele still pitching into the 4th inning.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Schroeder hits an RBI double and makes it 1-0 for the Sod Puddles.
Let's go, kid. Here we go.
Not good enough. Tierney ties the game, but now, wow, 98 from Espinoza. One goes out of play. Struck him out.
Oh, now.
2 on, 2 out. Tupman the pitcher.
See him drive it like you can. Let's go.
Good pitch in the square.
Big Charlie, huh?
Oh man, and Tupman
0-2.
ahead to 0-2. Just one hit high in the air and out. The bat is just quite not there yet. Craw Jensen, the pitcher. Waddell up to hit. And another base hit. Denson hits the RBI single to win the game, and we do get a win. Carioca goes 2 for 4. Therese 3 for 4. Tierney, he's been surprisingly good. We do get the win. Looks like Collier went the complete game. Getting a lot of good pitching today. Collier 8 1/3, and Watanabe save number 16. Happy to see that. Chase Riley's came up now to 67 on the board, so I guess we'll finish it off on him. He doesn't seem too bad. Maybe he'll be a pick. Let's look at some of these starters now. Still haven't finished scouting this region with 97 efficiency. It's just kind of amazing me at this point. The biggest surprise is Randy Vasquez. He's ranked 12th on the board when it comes to potential. Would not be picking him at all with these first 3 picks. Maybe pick 75 would be where I'd go with Vasquez, but I do not have him that highly rated on my board. I think Tony Ramos really is one of my favorite guys that I've seen so far. I would love to get Ramos. I would consider that with the first round pick if he fell. Roger Ramirez. The hit per 9 is kind of concerning. Just seems like he's got control issues. And yeah, he sure does. So that's kind of a scary pick. You know, Jeb Ramirez is kind of intriguing from Georgia. Guess we'll go one more week with what we got here. Watanabe up on the bump for the save, and he blew it. It looks like. Another. No, I mean, yeah, it does look like a blown save. I guess it wasn't a blown save. He's up to a 90 overall now, but you know, he's just not really putting in the work that I'd expect him to. I don't know. A game against Singer, but we'll let that slide, and he beats us, but it was Brian Starr who got the win. Washington takes his second L of the season. And the Tigers are coming up into the race, and so are the Twins now, 1.5 back. Nick Lyoto on the bump. Let's get a game in with Hiroshi Fong and see if we can take one from the Twins. Miguel Lopez is pitching again. Basically a rematch from the opening day. Just not getting the hitting that I kind of expected. And I think next episode we're gonna try to get through the whole month of, I believe June would be next. I think we're in May right now. Yeah, we're in May because Mother's Day, and oh man, I forgot about Target Field. Can't even see the baseball. It's almost a double play ball. Castro and Rodriguez both on, or Carrara actually. Okay. Say Castro hit a home run and so did Rodriguez, which are just very unlikely, but it was Carrara, which it makes a lot more sense. What a pitch there from Leoto to hit the top left of the zone. That one got away from Leoto. 2-1. This one hammered, but a double play ball. And it was made by G1 Bay. And can't remember the guy's name now. He plays for the Diamondbacks. I got his name now. It's given me enough problems in the past. Geraldo Perdomo. There we go. Elijah Green gets on. 5-0 as Chris Feliz hits a free run home run. Leoto leaves one over the plate, but not hit well enough. Ty Matting, the pitcher. 6-0 after Nixon Lane's home run.
0-1.
Wait for your pitch up there.
This one is hit well, but it will be caught. It's Tristan Casas now, and Miguel Lopez pitching another gem. Maybe his third really elite start in a row. It's been very good so far from Lopez, and that one gloved by Carrara. G1 Bay hits the home run, but Mark Carrara, 2 home runs and player of the game. And a 3-for-4 game, and his best friend Chris Feliz, both from Mexico. They both go 3-for-4 and hit home runs to help us win. Great efforts by them. Juan Valencia is the pitcher now. Four home runs already for Diego Fuentes. Very surprising. Was not expecting him to be the great home run hitter, but you know what? He's putting it together. He's getting better at fielding. His discipline is getting good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Diego Fuentes so far. Let's get a game in with Gerald Donaldson now to finish off this series against the Twins and finish off the month of May. It's Juan Valencia. And it's the hidden ball trick again. I believe this is year 7 for Donaldson. Which is crazy to think about. cannot see the ball at all right now. Perdomo.
He's safe.
I believe that's an error. A base hit. They give everyone a hit on this game.
Now batting, the first
But it's
baseman,
5-0.
Jared Donaldson.
As Manuel Montoya is getting shelled by the Twins. Can actually see the ball now though, so maybe we have a chance here.
Oh,
Quick pitching.
one ball, one
Hey, see
strike.
you drive it. Let's go, big dog.
Big swing and a miss. 98.
Rip, like you can.
Not even close.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Slider away. 2-2. Go Valencia signs on in the crowd here. Oh my goodness. I'm ashamed. I could have hammered that one.
The batter, the
6-0
lefty,
and Benitez has the bases loaded
Benitez.
with a lefty up to pitch against him, which I don't think is a good idea. Carrara can't get the double play, but a great effort.
Leading off for the
Valencia having the best start of his season so far. He's over 5. Donaldson absolutely hammers this one. It's back to the wall, and he misplays it with his glove, and Donaldson will get to second. So at least we finally get one off Valencia, and we score 2 runs. Dylan Cruz up to hit. Donaldson. Wow, what a play from Donaldson to get to the bag. Wow.
The right fielder, number 15, Walker.
I don't know how he made it to the bag, but the great throw from Witt, I guess. Guess we'll have to add that one.
Get your pitch.
Here he is to hit again, and it's Brian Starr on the bump. And he gets another hit. 3 for 4 for Gerald Donaldson. It didn't start off the best, but now Donaldson putting it together later in the game. Tristan Casas wins the player of the game, and the Twins take it. Manuel Montoya, man. And Garrett Crochet gets his first save of the season. We do have another game against the Twins, but let's just move on. Dorian Perez has made the trade block, and it makes sense for the Texas Rangers to want to move off of him, and he looks pretty gross, man. He is a closer. He's got 15 saves and no blown saves. 99 K per 9 with 95 home run per 9, and he looks very good. And I mean, I would love to get a Dorian Perez, but I think the price tag is a bit too much for me. Some interesting players on here. You even got Francisco Alvarez getting offered around, with the Tigers 1 game back of the division. Mark Taguchi, he did not have a good month. James Nishi did not have a good month. Charlie Copeland almost hit 400. Only drove in 7 runs though. DeMarcus Francis, 303, 16 RBIs. Craw Jensen, pretty good. Howard Hanna absolutely dominating. Obviously, we've seen Miguel Lopez's best free starts of the year have came in his last free starts. He's just been electric. Manuel Montoya, he did struggle a bit. But man, this rotation is looking pretty good. Collier has taken a couple losses, but I don't really hold it too much against him. When you look at quality starts, you got 7 from Lopez, 9 from Montoya, 6 from Collier, 7 from Almanzar, and 8 from Pete Washington. And Washington's spot in the rotation is up for grabs, but if he keeps playing like this, you might have to think about an extension. Lewis and Wetzel have pitched well. Tuttle. Diego Cabrera, he's done well. I mean, we're getting good pitching. I guess Watanabe has kind of been, a bit up and down. But I don't think pitching is the problem with this team right now. Not that there's a giant problem with this team, it's just we could be a lot better. There's room for improvement. Looking pretty good down here as well. Santana, very good. It's 6-1. He's up to an 86 overall. Darrell Goodwin. He deserves a chance at some point. Billy Beckham, pretty good stuff from him. Rick France is up in pitching. Jared Fontenot, man, he just continues to put together some good years. His 90 hits per nine, I mean, he's got a chance for sure. And Howard Hanna, man, I thought about adding him to the major league team, but we didn't do it yet. And we're just waiting for somebody to really fall out of favor in the bullpen, and I think Hanna he'd be coming up to play. I like what he can throw, and he could be the closer of the future, and maybe Watanabe gets moved to that setup role. The pitch clutch isn't where I want it to be for Hanna, but everything else is looking pretty good, man. I mean, how could you really knock him? Looking down at Double A and Scott Donnelly having a great year too so far. 6-1, a 1.5 ERA and a 1 WHIP. Anthony Gomez, he's done well as well. Jack Steele, the apple to my eye. Love to see him get better. And then looking at the bullpen, not bad at all. I mean, Braden Boston, didn't expect much from him anyway. Kenny Fabregas, 14 innings. Maybe Taguchi is the guy that needs to go set up for Fabregas. I think we'll give Taguchi another month, though. But I do want to see how is David Velasco turning up, and maybe Velasco gets a chance. We'll give him another month, maybe. Castilla, I think I'm going to give him another month, too. Burke is getting close to making his Double-A debut. And let's look at the lineup if we dare to. Diego Fuentes 260. Nixon Lane 312. Donaldson 300. 252. 246. Still only 200 for Castro. He's definitely regressing, but there's not much we can really do. I guess you can move up Bernardo Rodriguez, but he's not really getting RBIs. That's kind of the thing that gives Castro the edge, is with that batting clutch. Getting some good power upgrades for Hiroshi Fong. I'm happy to see it at least. Would like the contact to be going up as well, though. With Joel, he's struggled against lefties. He's not went open overall yet, which is concerning in a way. But not much I can do with that. Maybe I'll switch his training to focus more on his bats. I think I want to see that improve a little bit more. There's not really much I can do right now with the lineup, man. Don't really know what to do here. Feliz is doing very well with his opportunities. He's in 295. It's looking down at AAA now. Marcus Francis, he's been very good. Got Mike, he's actually put his batting average up. Fujita has been amazing. 50 RBI for Fujita, his best season by far. Michael Sanchez has actually gotten his bat together. And obviously, Gilberto Ramirez continues to play well. Villalobos good. Down here at AA, we got Watkins. Benson's been amazing. Maybe he'll be on his way up to AAA at some point if he continues to play this well. We've seen some good growth. I mean, there's just not really much I can do. I just kind of have to wait it out, I guess. I want to end the episode on with one more game, so we do take our last 3 games here. Let's get a game in against Dylan Lesko and Miguel Lopez on the bump again. I don't know how I keep doing this, but definitely not trying to, at least. What do we want to end it with? Got Rodriguez, got Nixon Lane, Diego Fuentes. His 5th home run already. Don't know why his power against righties is going down. Carrara almost up to 80 power. Let's get one more game in with Mark Carrara, why not? I think next episode we'll try to go faster, and I want to get a 9-inning game in the video. I'm pretty sure we play Cleveland this month, so I think it will probably be against them. It's the game of the week, the Padres against the Royals. The World Series matchup from 2 years ago, and here's Miguel Lopez. the ace of our team, and he's in the prime of his career right now. Let's go. Quick pitch is a changeup. Wow.
0-2 is the count.
I think I might have to get into the batting cages before I play tomorrow. This has been a rough episode.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We had maybe 2 interesting moments.
Ball 2.
Other than that, I don't really recall anything worth putting in the highlight, to be honest. Oh, we struck out. You know, I think if I made a low light, it would be like 3 or 4 hours long compared to the highlights.
Now batting, left fielder,
Man,
Rick.
disappointing to say the least on that one. On the ground, the rocker, and Carrara gets the out. Let's go with 2 on and 2 out. Come on. Weekly hit in the air, and he was late on the fastball. Maybe we should have just got off. Lopez continuing to pitch well despite the lack of offense.
Leading up for the Royals, the third base.
7th inning and Lesko still pitching. He's got plenty of stamina even with 87 pitches. Amazing. Let's try to have a good at-bat.
Ball 1.
Threw the changeup by him, and that's the pitch that Carrara has really struggled to hit so far in this season. On the ground to short. And getting the out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And Dylan Head and Alcantara make it 2-0. Chris Hooper, the young closer. Interesting that Ben Joyce is not the closer still, especially after the season he had. Maybe he's not on the team. No, they still have Ben Joyce. He's just not the closer. Must be the setup guy. 0-2. This one hit weakly to left field. And it will be an out. An 0 for 4 day for Carrara. And the Padres win.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame.
Not the best episode when it comes to hitting, but... Oh, dude, I just skipped past scouting. That was smart. I think we just got bailed out actually by the game. By auto-saving us. So we can actually look at scouting. Before we get off, Chase Riley, 78 to 90 potential, so I think he's a player that we will draft if we get the chance. I'm a fan of him. At least we'll have a good episode of scouting, maybe. But yeah, we're just not quite going above expectations yet. Would love to see Miguel Lopez get to 8 potential, especially with the way he's playing. But not yet. He's kind of getting back on track, though. Getting back to what he did a year ago. Almanzar is outpitching Montoya. Montoya regressing down to an 87 now. Looking at the awards right now, Jordan Walker is looking like the AL MVP at the moment. And Enrique Morales, the second baseman from Nicaragua, looking amazing. 356 average with a 451 on base percentage. This dude looks like a superstar. And he's playing like it. Cy Young, Sylvester McKay, AJ Smith-Shawver, and Barack Nobles. 6-1. In the National League, 2 Colorado Rocky pitchers, 1 9-0 with Ellery Gonzalez, and Chase Dorlander is 8-0 with the Colorado Rockies. Unbelievable to see 2 pitchers from the same team with no losses. The Rockies must be the best team in baseball. Rookie of the Year right now, Ahmad Ragsdale. The first baseman from the Guardians is the favorite at the moment. Diego Fuentes is in the mix, but Danny Mantle is as well. And yeah, that'll do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out. Hopefully the next episode is better. Thanks for the support.